Let's go right now to Joe Scarborough and the panel. Joe.
Hey, thanks so much. Pat Buchanan, that's fascinating. 33% of evangelicals for Huckabee, 31% for Romney. Remember back when we heard that evangelicals were going to be too bigoted to ever vote for a Mormon? We said that was a lie. It's a lie. They're voting for him. John McCain getting 30% of the evangelical vote. My guess is those are the people concerned with Islamic radicalism. So no clean kills from the evangelical side.
It seems to be that McCain is doing as well as expected. I think he's winning everything he's supposed to win. Huckabee is sort of the story in the South. His strength has been pretty good. Romney is mostly anticipation. I think he's got to do something in Missouri or something in California, or it's going to be a pretty tough night for him.
Well, we all expected. It's 8:38 right now on the East Coast, the only polls that have closed, Eastern polls. We didn't expect Romney to win anything in the Northeast. But one thing we can say, Rachel, right now, tonight looks like a better than expected night for Mike Huckabee. If this guy's playing for vice president, this is one big chip he can throw in the Senate. Well, he's a preacher; he doesn't gamble. But this is he can close his Bible and thank Jesus because tonight's strengthening his hand.
Well, a lot has been made on kind of the issues desk about talk radio hating John McCain, right? About talk radio and the conservative movement really hating John McCain. What if it is? What if the real factor here that drives results tonight and for the nomination is not so much the hatred of the right wing and the conservative movement for John McCain, but rather the hatred of the other candidates for Mitt Romney.
Well, that's what's
so much so that they'll work in cahoots to defeat him.
Well, and that's exactly what we've been doing. And we've seen, Gene, that's exactly what happened up in Delaware, where Mitt Romney won. But basically, McCain and Ron Paul said, let's beat the rich guy.
This is the dynamic of this
it's
Republican
Romney
race
against
right
the
now.
field.
It is Romney. I mean,
it's
they're ganging up on him.
Against everybody.
They are ganging up on him. You know, we hear frustration from the Romney camp, and rightly so. I would be frustrated too if I was getting pounded on by both sides. Huckabee seems to be playing for a spot on the ticket, and maybe he'll get it.
But Mike Huckabee seems like he's saying, yeah, I'd love to be vice president, or you could just allow me to rub this in Mitt Romney's face, and if I could do it personally, that'd be satisfying too.
But
there's a sense of hatred for McCain under
bill exchanges, whiner, you know,
yes,
that sort of thing.
But let's say this, though, about Mike Huckabee tonight. Mike Huckabee tonight is going to win as many states, probably, as Mitt Romney. But Pat Buchanan, after tonight, there's only one other state in the South, Mississippi, down the road, that Mike Huckabee is going to win. So it seems like if he's going to make the deal with McCain, or I would suggest the Romney people call and one-up him. Tonight's when he's going to have his strongest hand.
But he may not win states, but he's still taking away votes. He's taking away evangelical votes, and he's clearly taking away some conservative votes.
And he's taking them from Romney.
He's taking them from Romney, but you got to ask yourself, if McCain's getting 30% of evangelicals, if Huckabee drops out, does that automatically mean they all go to Romney? I'm not sure. There seems to be resistance in the South to Romney emerging as the conservative candidate.
There is no doubt about it, Rachel, that there are enough conservatives who aren't listening to Rush and aren't listening to Hannity and aren't listening to Laura Ingraham who are going with John McCain, and they're doing it because they're more afraid of Islamic radicals than they are a liberal on the Supreme Court.
Even if we decide that conservative anger is the thing that's driving this, there's no obvious place for them to go. Because, yeah, they can be mad at McCain because of all the reasons that Rush and Laura Ingraham tell them to. They can be mad at Huckabee because he's a populist, and Rush and Laura Ingraham and all the rest of them tell him to hate Huckabee as well. But when they start looking at Romney, they've all seen those tapes from him in 1994 running to the left of Ted Kennedy. They've all seen him flip-flop his positions on so many issues that are of concern to social conservatives. There's no obvious great choice for the conservatives.
Social conservatives, if 2 out of 3 are voting against John McCain, then assuming McCain gets the nomination, how strong is he coming out of that process?
And Pat, let's talk about this, because you brought up a great point this morning. Everybody says, oh, John McCain can get independents. Well, you know what? That only works when you hold your base down first, and then you reach and get the independents and bring them over to you. The problem is McCain's been going this way for a long time, and the base is behind him, and they ain't following.
Exactly.
How do you win in the fall without your base?
He's a very weak front runner. I mean, in the red states, deep South, Huckabee's taking them all from
killing him.
Romney's getting a third of the vote down
He's
there.
winning all the blue states. John
Exactly.
McCain is winning every state that he will be routed in this fall. What good does that do to him for the fall?
Look, I'll tell you what it does. It does make Huckabee attractive. But then if you put Huckabee on the ticket, you go north and you debate evolution, Joe.
I'll guarantee you, Mike Huckabee right now sitting with his popcorn popper. He's got the squirrels. He's putting them in and frying them up.
Saddling up the dinosaur.
It may be the night to deal. It may be the night to deal.
This is the night to deal. And, of course, we on Morning Joe created Mike Huckabee. There's a fight between who did. But, Keith, Mike Huckabee said himself, we did. We will take credit tonight as this power broker now moves forward. I think this is his night to deal. Mike Huckabee looking good tonight.
The squirrel pizza arrives at what point?
Yeah, well,
I have a bookend for you before we go to Chuck Todd, Joe. A Hillary Clinton press release that starts with, after the Arkansas call, we're very excited that Hillary Clinton has added a third red state in her victory column. So there's your parallel to what you're talking about with John McCain.
Yeah, good luck in the fall getting Arkansas on your side, Hillary.